Hi everyone, today we're going to talk a bit about where to find marriage materials for each race. And yes, we will tell you where to look for that one rose flower. Let's start with the Dwarves. Female dwarf expects metal bra and diamond from her chosen one. You can find the diamond on the peak or in the troll mine. Metal bra, on the other hand, can only be created. This requires you to be at level 13 of armor smithing. Dwarf male will want dwarven beer and a decorated belt from you. Dwarven beer can be produced in your settlements if you have a tavern. You can buy a decorated belt from an elf leatherworker, or you can make one yourself if you have leatherworking level 20. Let's move on to the humans. To win the heart of a human female, you will need a rose flower and velvet. You can get rose flower in tundra and grassland, but it can also appear somewhere randomly. Velvet can be purchased from a reptilian tailor, or you can create it yourself by having level 7 tailoring. Human male will be expecting a green sash and sword from his chosen one. Green sash can be found at the elf tailors or can be created by yourself if you have level 10 tailoring. The sword, on the other hand, can be found at most weaponsmiths, or you can create it yourself if you have level 14 weaponsmithing. Let's move on to Ursans. Ursan female will require you to have honey and salmon for her. You will find honey in the swamp as a natural resource, and salmon will be in the sea, also as a natural resource. Ursan male will need fur pauldron and fur cap. Both can be found at Dwarf Leathersmith, or you can make them yourself with a minimum level 19 of leathersmithing. Let's move on to Mushmans. Mushman female will need flower necklace and flower crown. Both of these items can be found at the elf jewelers, or you can make them yourself by having a minimum level 17 of imbuing. To impress a Mushman male, you will need watermelon and honey. You can grow watermelon with level 5 agriculture, or you can find it on Savannah. Let's move on to Gnolls. To impress a Gnoll female, you will need a fur pouch and cheese. You can make a fur pouch yourself by owning a level 6 leathersmithing, or you can buy one from a dwarf leathersmith. Cheese can only be made by having level 18 of agriculture. Gnoll male will want a simple ring and green sash from you. You can make a simple ring yourself by having level 1 of imbuing, or you can get it from human imbuer. Let's move on to Trolls. Troll female requires elven ears and humanoid arms from her heart's choice. Very romantic. Elven ear can be found at elven corpse or in rebel camps, and humanoid arm will be in various points of interest and attacked caravans. Troll male will want you to have bone mace and mallet for him. Bone mace can be bought from the troll weaponsmith, or you can make them yourself if you have a weaponsmithing at level 9, while mallets can be made if you have a weaponsmithing at level 19. Let's move on to orcs. Orc females and males expect the same from their chosen ones: jaw axe and fur armor. Jaw axe can be bought at orc weaponsmiths or create by having level 30 of weaponsmithing. Fur armor can be purchased from Rasimi leatherworker, or you can create it if you have level 19 of leatherworking. Let's move on to goblins. Goblin female expects watermelon and bag from her partner. You can buy the bag from most tailors, or you can create it yourself if you have level 20 in tailoring. Male goblin, on the other hand, will expect from you throwing knife and cinquedia. Throwing knife can be bought from Rasimi weaponsmither, or you can make it yourself having level 9 of weaponsmithing. Cinquedia can be found at Rasimi and Mushman weaponsmither, or you can produce it yourself by having level 13 of weaponsmithing. Let's move on to reptilians, our lizards. Reptilian female expects trident and cobra tongue. Trident can be found at human, Ursan, and Gnoll carpenter, or you can create it yourself by having carpentry level 20. Cobra tongue can be found in the desert pit location. Reptilian males expect leopard leather and leather robe from their partner. Leopard leather can be found in the lower mountains, and the leather robe can be made by you if you have level 16 of leatherworking, or you can buy it from most leatherworkers. Let's move on to elves. Female elf want to get bluebell flower and everlasting flower from their partner. You can find the bluebell flower in the forest and the boreal forest, and you can make the everlasting flower yourself by imbuing level 16, or you can buy it from the elf jewelers in your settlement. Male elf will want leaf tiara and decorated braces from you. You can make the leaf tiara yourself by imbuing level 9, or you can buy it from elf jewelers in your settlement. On the other hand, you have to create decorated braces yourself by having level 25 in armorsmithing. Let's move on to last race, Rasimi. Female Rasimi will want a claw ring and feather cloth from you. You can buy the claw ring from Rasimi Talisman Maker, or you can make it yourself by imbuing level 6. Feather cloth can be created by having level 17 of tailoring. Male Rasimi expects saber and vambraces from his partner. Saber can be created with a level 22 of weaponsmithing, and vambraces can be purchased from an elf or bone wraith leatherworker, or created with a level 15 of leatherworking. I hope that you will eventually find that one rose that you ask so much about. Leave a like and subscribe with a bell to keep up to date with new videos on the channel. See you soon.